Every business problem comes down to these three things: that's your gaps, your risk, and your patterns. Let me tell you about a client that I had recently. Her problem was that she wanted to bring about a new idea to her executive leadership team, and she didn't know how to go about this. So I gave her the strategic thinking framework of using gaps, risk, and patterns. So with that, she wanted to bring about this new idea. So first we have to scan for what are the gaps. That is, what is the gaps in her thinking? So she has this great idea. Now, what are the gaps? One of the biggest things I told her is to reach out to somebody she know is going to be a natural resistor, somebody who's always going to have something to say, and thought partner with them. This does two things. This one, it gets them on your side. Secondly, now you know what kind of resistance will come up, and solve that before it becomes a problem. Next, let's think about the patterns. These patterns identify what happens with this particular type of idea. So that means, has this been done before? And if so, why was it successful or why did it fail? And solve for that. Now that you solved for the thing and you already incorporated the feedback that you would get from somebody else, now we also need to assess the patterns in terms of bringing that information to the table. So how do we bring this information to our executive leadership team? So in this context, what happens, the patterns that happens when somebody normally brings an idea to the executive leadership team? Are there more questions? Do people want to be read in earlier? Do you need to send out a pre-read? What makes your idea more susceptible to being listened to, taken seriously as you're thinking about these things? So what are the patterns for success and what are the patterns for failure? Capitalize on the success, solve for the failure. Next is the risk. So think about the risk in terms of what the idea is that you're trying to bring, and the risk associated with you bringing that up. Is the timing appropriate for you to bring this up with the executive leadership team? If it is not, then you need to think about, okay, how else do I do this? Or if it's worth bringing up now, and when is the best time? And then also, like, think about, okay, does this problem, say if it's not the right time, when would it be? And if the problem that I'm bringing up or the idea I'm bringing up, does it solve a bigger problem? Say if the problem right now is that I shouldn't bring this to executive leadership team because we're going through a middle of a crisis and we may have to cut spending by X amount of dollars. If this new idea will bring in money, then that gives you a higher chance or higher probability of A, being listened to, and not having to worry about the timing of when you bring it into them. Think about all of these three things as you're solving your problem in your business or in in your workplace, and see how that works out for you. Need help? Message me. I'd love to chat.